GDP is the market value of all financial goods and services produced in the country in a period. G C consumption, I investment, G government expenditure, X minus M exports, minus M X exports, minus M imports. Every part of the definition is important. Final goods and services. Economists Tyler Cowen and Alex Tabarrok say that final goods and services are the goods and services which are to be used or consumed. The goods and services which will be used for producing other goods and services are part of the goods and services produced are called intermediate goods. Only the final goods are included in the GDP. Intermediate groups are not counted in calculating the GDP because their value is included in the final goods. So if the intermediate goods are included in GDP, it will result in what is called double counting. For example, a cup of tea bought in a hotel is a final good because it is consumed and does not form a part of producing something else. So the market value of the cup of tea is being a final good is included in GDP. Sugar which is mixed in the tea is an intermediate good because of it is used in making tea and forms a part of the tea served. So suppose the tea is priced 10 a cup, of which the value of sugar used is rupees 2. So the price of the cup of tea includes the price of sugar, spoon of the sugar. If the value of the sugar is included in the GDP, it will be counted twice as a spoon of sugar and again as a part of the cup of tea. This is double counting, and to avoid it, intermediate sugars like sugar are excluded from GDP. National income is a measure of the total money value of goods and services produced by an economy over a period of time, normally a year. Commonly, national income is called gross national product or national dividend. Gross national product is the total value of goods and services produced and income received in a year by domestic residents of a country. It includes profits earned from capital invested abroad. GNP is equal to consumption plus investment plus government expenditure plus export minus import plus a net factory income from abroad. Gross domestic product is the total value of output of goods and services produced by the factors of production within the geographical boundaries of the country. Net national product is arrived by making some adjustment with regard to depreciation that we arrive that the net national product is by deducting the value of the depreciation from the gross national product. NNP is equal to GNP minus depreciation. Net domestic product is the part of the gross domestic product. Net domestic product is obtained from the gross domestic product by deducting the quantum of tear and wear and tear expenses. Depreciation. NDP is equal to GDP minus depreciation. NNP is equal to GNP minus depreciation. NDP is equal to GDP minus depreciation. Per capita income or output per person is an indicator to show the living standard of the people in a country. It is obtained by dividing the national income by the population of a country. Per capita income is equal to national income by population. In 1967-68, for the first time, Dadabhai Naoroji had ascertained the per capita income in this book, Poverty and Un-British Rule of India. Personal income is the total money income received by individuals and households of a country from all possible sources of before direct taxes. Disposable income means actual income which can be spent on consumption by individuals and families. Thus, it can be expressed as DPI is equal to personal income minus direct taxes. Gross domestic product of India includes only the market value of goods and services produced in India. For example, the market value of apples produced in Kashmir are included in our GDP. Since Kashmir is in India, the market value of apples produced in California, even if they are sold in Indian markets, are not included in GDP because California is in the US. The GDP of a country measures the market value of goods and produces only during a specified time period. The goods and services produced in earlier periods are not included. In India, the GDP is measured both annually and quarterly. The annual GDP is for a financial year in which is from April 1st of say 2017 to March 31st of the next year 2018. The modern concept of GDP was first developed by Simon Kuznets for a US Congress report in 1934. Expenditure about in this method, the GDP is measured by adding expenditure on all final goods and services produced in the country during a specified period. Y is equal to C plus I plus G plus X minus M, it is export minus import. The income approach, the method looks at GDP from the perspective of earnings of all the men and women involved in producing the goods and services. The income approach to measuring GDP is Y is equal to wages plus rent plus interest plus profit. Value added approach, a cup of tea served in your hotel is a final goods. The goods used to produce tea powder, milk and sugar are intermediate goods since they form a part of the final good. A sum of the value added by all the intermediate goods used in the production gives us the total value of the final goods produced in the economy. So tea powder plus milk plus sugar is equal to tea. Value of intermediate goods is equal to value of final goods. Importance of GDP is used to study the economic growth, problems of inflation and deflation. Third, comparison with developed countries of the world. Fourth is that estimating the purchasing power. Fifth one, the study of public sector. Sixth one is the guide to economic planning. Several important goods and services are left out of the GDP. The GDP includes only the goods and services sold in the market. The services provided by parents to their children is very important but is not included in the GDP because it is not sold in the market. Likewise, clean air, which is vital for a healthy life, has no market value and is left out of the GDP. GDP measures only quantity but not quality. In the 1970s, schools and banks did not permit the use of ballpoint pens. This is because the ones available in India were of very poor quality. Since then, not only has there been a substantial increase in the quantity of ballpoint pens produced in India, but their quality has also improved a lot. The improvement in quality of goods is very important, but it is not captured by the GDP. The GDP does not tell us about the way income is distributed in the country. The GDP of a country may be growing rapidly, but income may be distributed so unequally that only a small percentage of people may be benefiting from it. The GDP does not tell us about the kind of life people are living. A high level of per capita real GDP can go hand in hand with very low health condition of people, an undemocratic political system, high pollution and suicide rate. The Central Statistical Organization, CSO, under the Ministry of Statistical Department, keeps records. Each process involves conducting an annual survey of industries and compilation of various indexes like the Index of Industrial Production, IIP, Consumer Price Index, CPI. The agriculture sector is known as the primary sector, which is the agriculture operations, agriculture-based activities, production of raw materials, farm, cattle farm, fishing, mining, forestry, corn, coal, etc. are also undertaken. Secondary sector, industrial sector is secondary sectors in which the goods and commodities are produced by transforming the raw materials. Important industries are the iron and steel industry, cotton, textile, sugar, cement, paper, petrochemical, automobile, and other scale industries. Tertiary service sector is known as service sector, which includes government, scientific research, transport, communication, trade, postal department, banking, education, entertainment, healthcare, and information technology. In the 20th century, economists began to suggest that traditional tertiary services could be further distinguished from quaternary and quinary service sectors. Contribution of different GDP in India. Service sector is the largest sector of India. Gross value added GVA is at current price. Services for services sector is estimated at 92.26 lakh crore in 2018-2019. India is the second largest producer of agriculture products. India accounts for 7.39% of the total agricultural output. In industrial sector, India's world rank is 6, and in service sector, India's world rank is 8. Contribution of agriculture sector in the Indian economy is much higher than the world's average 6.4. Contribution of industry and services sector is lower than the world's average, 30% for industry sector and 63% for services sector. Gross value added (GVA) is a measure of the value of goods and services produced by an industry in a given area of the economy. GVA is equal to GDP plus subsidies minus direct sales taxes.